Happy Halloween. Do we even bother doing the segment this week? Should we keep doing fattest thing of the week?
I think the fans can answer that. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, but should we do it this week?
Yeah, if you want.
What do you got on? You're a hacker?
Yeah, I come from the net.
I
come from people's systems to this place. Powerful Truth Angels.
You're basically made up of ones and O's. All I see is green.
That's right.
Blurry lines of code.
A rain of code.
A rain of code.
Yeah, when I spit, it's code.
A double helix of code.
That's
kind
right.
of like a genetic sequence.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Once again, welcome to the show. I'm really glad you all made it for this Halloween special. We really don't have anything spooky planned other than Jason's looking insane.
I got something spooky for you.
What do you got?
Well, we're going to take a little dive into cyberspace.
Okay, before we dive into cyberspace, can we just do a roundup?
Yeah, do
we
a
talk
normal
about our
thing.
weeks?
Do a normal thing.
Do I continue with the fattest thing of the week? I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, do it.
This
It's
might be the
always-
last time. I don't know if this has any traction, but here's what happened to me this week.
If this is the last one, it's been a great 3 or so week run.
We've done it for what, a couple months?
About no,
Three times?
like 3 episodes.
It's terrible because it's truly terrifying because I really do have to look at myself.
Yeah.
You don't cook?
No.
You're very squirmy.
Because I lift my legs. Oh, I'm always squirming.
You're licking your lips. You're sweaty. You're wearing vinyl.
Well, I'm sweaty because I'm wearing vinyl.
That would be great if that was your cocaine outfit.
I mean, it would be.
I hurt my back Saturday in the gym, and I'll tell you why, Jason. Because sometimes I try to do too much, and I don't get enough sleep, and I'm not concentrating in the gym. And I was doing a deadlift, and I had, it wasn't a huge amount of weight, but it was enough to where it had 2 plates on each side, and it was enough to where if you weren't focused, you could fuck your back up. And I did a few. I didn't know what the weight was because the weight sometimes it's like the 45 plate is the same width as the 10-pound and the 25-pound plate. I don't know why they started doing that, but it's fucking annoying. I think it's so everyone thinks that you're lifting more. I don't know why they do it. So they're all the same width, but they're different weights. So when I looked at it, I said, "Oh, this is a 45 and a 25, or 45 and a 10. This is chill." It was 2 45s. I did 3 of them and then done. Back fucking tweaked. Trainers got me on the table, elbowing me, trying to fix it. And then for the next 4 days, I'm like on my back, fucked up. Mm-hmm. And, like the stone that stops rolling, the moss will gather, motherfucker. And I start gathering the moss in the form of the old Twitter fingers hitting up Postmates and seeing what I can gather. Moss is pizza. Mm-hmm. And I gather it.
What kind of
because
pizza?
I'm a stone that's not rolling. I just said, let me just have all the things that I think about having. But here's the sad thing is that every week I have a terrible story about eating something crazy.
Yeah.
And this week is no different because for a few days this week, I just was like, whatever the fuck. I don't care. I just did. I went into pure nihilism. I didn't care. I was fuck the world. I'm laying on my back. I'm not, I literally for a couple days I couldn't do any. I couldn't stand. I couldn't sit. So I would lay on my back. I get up and work. And then I'd sit. It was fucked up.
In your respect, it's a very respectable, positive way to injure yourself. You could hurt your back just getting up from the couch or something. Anybody could. I'm not saying.
Yeah, it's better than like
for that.
picking up a can of soup and your back going out.
You were doing something valiant.
And they say that all back pain is psychosomatic. That's what they say. That's what Dr. Sarno says in his book.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say this. I've said this before too. Again, this podcast is just basically me fishbowling my thoughts over and over again in some sort of tornado of bullshit.
Yeah, man.
In the Dr. Sarno book, 1 year I hurt my back and I couldn't walk and I had a cane and I tweaked my back. I've had back problems for a very long time. Tweaked my back. I opened the Dr. Sarno book. And I didn't even read the whole book. I went to the pages that were pertinent to the thing, to the back pain. I read like half a chapter and the next day my back was fine. So maybe there is something to mind body. Who the fuck knows?
Well, pain is certainly a psychological thing.
Pain's in the mind.
I mean, you can control pain. I've definitely controlled pain at times.
Pain is weakness.
And we're not even talking about, I'm dressed as a guy from the Matrix, but we're not talking about
What
any
guy
kind
are
of
you dressed
Matrix,
like in the
mumbo
Matrix?
jumbo. All the guys, I don't know.
It's like Neo's like...
I'm the one that was off screen.
Yeah, it's like Neo's like really lame roommate Steve.
I'm an original character. It's not a nice way to say it.
What's your tagline? What's your name? What's your call sign?
My name was Ace or something.
Ace or something?
Ace.
Okay, you're selling. So wait, let me get this straight.
I'm Johnny Ace, the cyberpunk hacker gangster.
Your hacker character has the same name as your Boston character. They're both named Ace.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
Did I you named him Ace?
No, you named your Boston guy Ace.
Did I really name him
And
Ace?
you just named your hacker guy Ace.
What can I say? It's a cool name.
Or you're running out of ideas. Which brings me to another segment of the show called We're Out of Ideas. And that's it. And that's the end of the show.
Listen, I got an idea for you.
Listen, we're going boneless today. And Jason, I said to Jason, look, I have a crazy week. I don't have a guest lined up.
And you hurt your back.
And I hurt my back, so I was out of sorts. Wasn't going to happen Monday. I thought about doing the podcast on my back and you bringing the mic to my face. Yeah. But I actually was in too much pain to do it. And I was like, I can't do it.
I also pitched carrying you around in a leader and podcasting.
What's a leader?
It's like the things they carry kings in when they lounge on their backs, like Romans.
We need 4 big fucking guys.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Like 4 like roid freaks.
It'd be cool, but expensive.
Very expensive, yeah. And short notice.
Yeah, hard to find roid freaks and a leader on short notice in LA. But if you can find it anywhere,
we could wrangle. I bet you would get scared that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Universal Prop House.
Yeah, we could get the leader. I know some art directors, and we could probably get the guys on roids.
That would be cool.
4 monsters, you know.
Could have been cool, but instead we have something wildly different from that.
Wildly different. Well, what's been going on in your world? I mean, I think that like we've had quite a run. We had Kendrick Beats on, Kenneth Bartholomew, Officer Kenny.
Yeah.
That was a great show. Then we had Slick on. Slick talked about smoking ice and doing graffiti. Legendary. And I don't know what kind of impact that had on people, but I thought it's like, I don't listen to my show, but sometimes I check in and I listen to some of the Slick show. And I thought it was really interesting because it was a part of, historical LA graffiti. But I think some of that shit goes too far back and people tap out. They don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like, who's the Mac video? Who's Ice Cube? They don't know. They don't know what's going on.
I was reassured that my girlfriend found that episode interesting.
Your girlfriend liked the Slick episode.
Yeah, she has no connection to any of this.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So, props to us. Pat on the back.
And we still have never, we're still operating at a very dysfunctional, as a unit, as a company, as one of the companies that I own, right? And I own, I co-own one company. I own this company outright.
Absolutely.
I'm the CEO of this fucking company.
I certainly have never signed one contract related to this entire show.
Right. And I've really inherited a monster of a company. And as far as the company being run, it's so dysfunctional because every week we're like, we need to sit and talk. We need to plan. We need to figure out merch. We got to do Patreon. And every week we just do the show.
But your back got thrown out.
Oh, my back got thrown out.
That's our defense this week.
And we have been trying to keep a Monday schedule.
Yeah, we were on.
And I did get, can you bleep stuff?
Yeah.
I did get confirmation of.
That's huge.
So that'll be good. And it's great.
That's huge.
That's huge. He's so positive. I like that you're a positive hacker.
Well, that's what a producer does, but I can go full hacker mode. Hackers can be positive.
No, hackers have to be dicks. Didn't you? I just rewatched Grandma's Boy. Have you seen that recently?
No, I actually haven't seen any movies.
You haven't seen Grandma's Boy? Bro,
for the most part. I haven't seen the movie Hackers.
Have you not seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
Fuck you, butt nugget. You don't, that's not on your. No?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Grandma's Boy? That shit is a slapperoonie.
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy is hard. It's pretty funny. And I also think that you ever see the Kroll show?
Yeah.
You ever see Bobby Bottle Service, Ghost Bouncer?
Yeah. Famous character.
I mean, Kroll, that show, and the other dude, what's the guy's name who's on it? His partner. He's Bobby Bottle Service's partner, the white dude.
Oh, I don't know, but I know what you're talking about. Dude, what's his catchphase? Bobby Bottle Service.
It's like, I don't know. I'm not.
He says something funny.
Yeah, it's like it's amazing.
Yeah.
His whole fucking shtick. Like or publicity. Have you seen that thing on the Kroll show?
Probably, but there you're getting into deep cuts that I may.
Publicity is not
remember.
a deep cut. It's front and center. It's on it's a main bit they do.
Are they like the women?
Yeah, it's like and they all have like insane vocal fry.
Oh yeah. You know, sort of Kardashians-esque.
Yeah.
Situation. Yeah, nothing funnier though than reciting funny parts of a TV show on a podcast.
I mean, people do it. You can listen. I'm just trying to chew away some minutes.
It's fine. It's relatable. Listen, I got minutes when we're ready to dive in. Are we all caught up?
I'm just giving a little preamble. We're gonna get into whatever you got. Okay, first of all, I don't know what he's got set up here. I don't have a joystick or a mouse.
Yeah, I'll lead you into it.
You're gonna lead me into it. I'm entering Jason's world.
But let's keep talking about your life.
Well, that's what the podcast is, right? It's just two gentlemen talking about their lives.
To some extent.
Omar's still going. For everyone that's asking, she's at 27%, but very strong.
So you just had a bath.
Kim, Kanye West. Do we even?
Oh, we are going to talk about Kanye.
I mean, I don't know. I think at this point, unfortunately,
you have to.
It might be. He may have done it. He may have actually done it.
Done what? Canceled himself?
He might. What's crazy is like when he did the White Lives Matter shirt, I was like, that's insane. But he wasn't cooked yet. he still could have been like, this is some post-racism shit that's going to make sense in 20 years when all the white people are gone. Like, he could have spun it, but
Right.
and that was kind of part of his thesis for that shirt, from what I hear. And like the Candace Owens stuff is pretty rancid. Like Candace Owens is like, I don't even know what to say. She is like, in my opinion, my humble opinion, she seems deeply evil to me. Like she's like the Dolores, what's her name character from Harry Potter, the kind of right wing teacher who like,
oh yeah, makes it the name. You write the name on paper and it scribbles in your
like
arm
that character is so insidiously evil because
that character really stuck with me too. I have to say.
Fucks you up. This character is one of the scariest characters because it's like under this guise of everything being perfect.
Yeah.
And that's Candace Owens' whole stance. Like, everything's fine. I'm perfect. Nothing's wrong. You know, like, she's just full right wing.
I see what you mean. And she just has a strict teacher, conservative kind of.
Yeah, but it's like it's like this, like, people hiding behind a shield of like, well, I'm, you know, like it's like when you know, Trump calls Elon Musk African American. Like, you know, it's like he's like, you know what he's doing. You know, like, you know what he's going, like, yes, of course he's technically African American, but he's not, you know, yes, he's a white dude from Africa who's in America. Anyways.
No, Candace Owens is definitely exploiting racist people, white supremacists, but and just mainline conservatives who are kind of tripping into that territory because of the way things have swung into those people really want to see a black woman who believes what they believe.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy that there's someone that's always willing to shill for the other side. Unfortunately, there are sides, and but I look at her and like I feel like she has this like a genetically racist face. Like her face is just like, you know, like some people like genetically look gay. Right? Can I say that? Whatever. Sure. Like they physically, like you look at a man, you're like you're. There's no other thing for you to be but gay.
Sure,
your
face
is
preconceptions.
You have a gay. You structurally have a genetically gay face. Like she has a genetically like racist, terrible, like that Cupid doll face, perfect. Like, and I don't know if it's because how she wears her makeup, does her hair. Like maybe she could go another way, or maybe the way she styles herself. But she has this look about her that's just like.
Well, it's working for her. At some point, she started doing that.
Well, I think also all these people, they're all like clout demons, and some people are like, I'm going to be a right wing clout demon, and you know what, I'm going to crush it. And she's probably getting rich off of all this horse shit. Meanwhile, she's destroying. I don't think she's destroying anything, but she's just terrible. She's terrible.
Yeah, I don't think Kanye is a clout demon.
I'm not saying anything. No, I think Kanye.
I think interestingly, he's not doing that. I think he is truly lost.
I think he's actually completely. We're talking about, it's like stupid. Like, I don't know what we're talking about, but like, yeah, he's like, the best part about the whole thing is this is my favorite thing.
Okay.
Of all of this, like tumultuous, descending into just like, nothing, like he's basically like free falling and making it worse, making it go faster. Then he gets kicked out of Skechers.
Yeah.
Kanye West, it's on the news channels. Kanye West walked into Skechers unannounced corporate offices,
and they
which
immediately
is like,
kicked him out.
And so he thought he was going to go to Skechers and be like, I'm here. And they would welcome him. But it's not like he went to like, you know, Puma or one of the like the smaller brands, you know, Nike wouldn't be smaller, but like someone under Adidas sales wise. He went straight to fucking Skechers.
Yeah.
Which is like, and in his mind, he's like, I'm going to show Adidas. I'm going to go to Skechers. Skechers wouldn't kick me out of the office. I could roll in Skechers unannounced and probably get a shoe deal.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the Skechers office. Like,
well, bad timing on his part.
That's fucking crazy. So from there, him being this fashionista, this icon, like he literally like a week ago or 2 weeks ago was like directing traffic. He's directing the traffic of the zeitgeist. He could like fucking say like, hey everyone, I'm gonna go to this restaurant in fucking Riverside and do my album release party, and it would be swarmed by fucking, you know, like he could do anything. You know, everyone's like, we're going to Wyoming. Everyone goes to Wyoming. The whole fucking city flew to Wyoming to go to his listening. Like, it's crazy it's crazy the power that he's had to sway people, the amount of bodies that he amassed and all this stuff. And it's like within fucking minutes, he says a word, he says one thing, and it's gone. But
it was a pretty extreme thing he said, and he said something dangerous.
There's some things, you know, some things you can't say.
There's some things you can't say, and you know,
and you shouldn't say.
I don't think the White Lives Matter thing was great either. It is interesting.
No, that was terrible, but he didn't. He still wasn't cooked yet.
Right.
That was just like.
It's interesting that this was the final straw, and it's true that it kind of is always the final straw. You can't mess with the Jew thing because of what happened during World War II.
Yeah. What happened in World War II?
Well, there was a little bit of a
kerfluffle,
a misunderstanding
there's a little bit of a
between
fuck up.
the Jews and the Germans.
Right.
Let's say.
A misunderstanding.
Yeah. A large misunderstanding.
And now they're digging up into his past, and no one's even brought up the track Black Skinhead on Yeezus.
Yeah.
That hasn't even come to light. They're just still talking about.
You're right. Nobody's brought that up.
No one's brought that up yet. And
also, New Slaves. He starts to sort of play with
New Slaves.
Interesting song.
Now you can look at like when he wore a Confederate flag. I was like, oh, this is great. He's like reclaiming the Confederate flag and throwing it back into the faces of the rednecks, and I was like, this is cool. Black man wearing a Confederate flag is kind of sick because like fuck you.
Yeah.
Now I don't even know anymore what he was doing. Maybe he wasn't doing that. That's what I thought. That's the message I got. When he said when Kanye West said George Bush doesn't care about black people, that's when I was in on Kanye.
Yeah, that was an awesome moment.
When he did that in front of Mike Myers, it was
still
early.
Amazing video.
Amazing moment. Early in his career. He had a lot to lose. He hadn't even popped yet. He wasn't big.
Yeah.
He just said this. He had a platform. He's at a telethon. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Of course he doesn't care about black people. Kanye West said it. I was like, this dude is fucking sick. I'm in on this dude. This let's go. And I've been with him, and now it's now he got kicked out of Skechers. So he got kicked out of the Skechers office.
Yeah.
And he lost his girl. And everyone has severed ties with him. His lawyer, Balenciaga, Adidas.
And I think it's been a slow mental decline in general. I think the Kim Kardashian thing is probably a trigger. And, I think it's very dangerous what he's saying, but I think...
The Skechers you could probably get a meeting of Skechers.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's very humiliating.
Listen, I have a podcast. They'd be like, we'll talk to you. We'll have a conversation. You'd be like, I think you could get 20 minutes of Skechers. Me, I bet you I could get a shoe developed over there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Right? I think I could do it. I think I could roll in there and be like, okay, listen, born and raised, we want to go a certain direction.
Well, because they also knew what he was doing. They were like, we're not going to be part of your weird publicity stunt that
Right.
you still think you're doing, even though this is like
But it's
looking
crazy
sadder
that
and
he-
sadder.
Previous to a couple sentences that he uttered, he could have walked anywhere and said, I want to do whatever I want with anybody, and they would have said yes.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if he walked into Skechers 4 weeks ago. They would have pasted his face on the side of the building and renamed the brand, Yetchers, right?
It's crazy. It's nuts. But I think, if without getting too much on a pedestal, I think it is worth saying that what he said is like very dangerous and
it's
probably one of the
dangerous.
most harmful anti-Semitic things that's been said in many years, partly because it gives the illusion of something that people aren't going to take
What
seriously.
did he say? The thing I heard him say was, I'm going to be anti-Semitic. What did he actually say?
He said, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
Okay, he said that. But what did he say after that? Did he say anything
And
about
then he
Jewish?
sort of doubled down and refused to apologize throughout multiple interviews.
He said, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And then
I think he's bought into the conspiracy that Jews run the media to some unrealistic degree, which is the conspiracy. Obviously,
Right.
Jews have a lot of control in the media. Obviously, they have a lot of control in the voting population because of Israel. Those are separate issues.
here we go.
All conspiracies are based
Here we
on
go. Now
reality, but a
I
conspiracy.
led you down this path, and you said the I word.
A conspiracy is when you take
You
it
said
to
Israel. Now we're
far.
fucking cooked.
well, yeah.
Lights
So,
out, everybody.
What do you try? What are you implying?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just most hackers are secretly racist incels.
A lot of them are, I think. Not me.
Not you. Yeah. It's I didn't come on this show to talk about Kanye West because it's like ad nauseam. Like we've
I'm
had
not an
enough.
expert on any of this.
But it's still mind-boggling watching this. Like and where does he go from here? Like, I don't know that this person can come back, but maybe he can. He probably can come back. I think maybe he cools down a little bit. People forget.
I think it's best if he comes back and does actually apologize and sort of
I think he did
intellectually
I
and
think he did like a
philosophically.
soft apology. I think he lobbed something out there.
Yeah, but he's got to like really
apology-esque.
He's got to be the one to explain to people why what he did was bad,
Right.
in a non-forced way,
Like, he
which is
needs
going to be impossible.
His
but
mea culpa needs to be him
ideally.
going to some sort of a home and like, like some sort of a place to relax.
Oh yeah, he's got to get his.
He has to go somewhere.
Yeah, he's
That's
gotta
his
get his
next
mind
move.
straight.
He has to go somewhere, and then he has to cop to being like, on a cocktail of something and being bipolar. It's a whole thing to roll out. But I don't know that anyone's going to want to. I don't know if any PR company is going to want to help him do that.
I don't know. He's such
he's
an
toxic.
icon.
He's fucking
so,
toxic.
Yeah, but he was so important. I mean,
He is important. Yeah, you can't like listen to the radio without hearing Kanye. I mean,
yeah, this is like if Elvis just came out.
It is
as very racist.
Elvis was very racist.
Very
actually.
shocking. Right?
He was very racist. You don't listen to Chuck D. Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant nothing to me. The sucker was racist.
Greatest, simple and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne.
Fuck him and John Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne was racist. Elvis,
everyone was
probably pretty racist.
All white people at that point.
I don't know.
In
in that movie, he was
racist.
He was pretty nice, dude.
Who was nice?
In the Elvis movie portrays him as like doing tons of black friends. He's hanging out in black neighborhoods.
Come on, dude. Give me a break.
Great guy.
Horse. Which one? The Baz Luhrmann one?
Yeah.
You watched that movie, the musical?
I did. I actually really enjoyed it. Obviously, those parts are like.
Asshole. Have you seen Barbarian?
Yes.
Did I tell you? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was a great, like, straightforward horror movie, not trying to do anything too intellectual or anything. Then that's not a bad thing. It's just like a good, straight up, very intense, suspenseful horror movie. Not perfectly executed, but like greatly executed all around. I don't think it's the best horror movie that's come out in recent years or anything.
But let me say this. How many great executed horror movies that can...
Very few.
There's not many.
It's like minuscule.
There's millions of horror movies. It's very rare that they're like, this motherfucker, it is taught.
Yeah.
I mean T-A-U-T, not T-O-U-G-H-T.
It's a good movie. It's a movie people will be watching for
that movie's on a fucking wire. It is as tight as it can be. There's no fucking fat in that movie.
Yep.
It is like it was fucking great. And you can say, you can be like, oh, no, it is really like, I think that the ability to make a movie that fucking clean and tight is, it's something else. Because
it's perfect craftsmanship.
It's really
excellent
perfect
master craftsmanship.
Really good movie. I thought it was fantastic. It's on HBO Max. I'm going to watch it again.
I agree. Have you seen The Northman?
I watched The Northman finally.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Did you watch it with a lot of sound?
I did watch it with a lot of sound, and it was good. It was good.
Fair enough. I agree. But I think it was one of the best movies of the past few decades.
The Northman was one of the best movies of the past few decades. That again is a very like insanely crafted. Is that Eggers? Did Eggers do that movie?
Yeah, I think it's a perfect movie. I think it's
I gotta rewatch it.
Maybe just shy of like a 10 or something.
In the end, spoiler alert. In the end, they kill each other, right?
Yeah, big spoiler alert. In the end, they kill each other at the exact same time, which is a sort of eye for an eye makes the whole world blind metaphor.
Right. And like in the end, too, you find out the Northman isn't really the good guy that he thinks he is.
Exactly.
His dad is a piece of shit.
That's why it's an incredible movie. It's a movie about...
It's pretty good.
If I may wax poetic a little bit,
sure,
since I've been waiting months, it's a movie about all of our histories, and it's the way things were in a way that people don't really realize, like just the pure primal like savagery and ambiguity of like people's ethics in the past. Like in his world, he's like maybe kind of barely the good guy, but to the Vikings, that's a hero. And it's just fascinating to look at our past in such a stark, like straight, unfiltered vision. It really makes you reflect on how far we've come, or at least how far we think we've come.
I had a business partner once who said, "This is the span of time, right?
Yeah.
And up until here, we've just been wildly killing each other.
Exactly.
It's only recently that we've kind of stopped. Well, for the most part, we still kill each other a lot, but now there's structure.
And we fool ourselves into thinking the Northman is some other time, and this is all some like crazy pre-Christian fantasy, literally fantasy. There's like magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Where things very quickly will go back to that if you're not careful. That's like 2 steps away. In fact, it's happening everywhere in the world. That you go to the wrong street, the wrong country, at the wrong time. You're fucked.
You're all of a sudden
you're back in the Northman.
You're in a grave and you're talking to a guy in a boat, and you have to fight a guy for a sword.
Yeah,
and then it's a corpse,
and you're accidentally killing your family.
Well, actually, there's no actual ghosts in it, because when he fights that night.
Yep. Did you notice so the magic in the movie is almost 100% ambiguous, where it could be real or it could be not. Right. It could be a wild coincidence.
And it's like all in his head.
Yeah, and it's all, but in a world where there was no science or no reason, think about how you view everything. Everything is mystical and magical, right? So that's why it's a fantastic movie. I think it's one of the first deeply historical movies is how I would put it.
That's one of the first deeply historical
movies.
Historical,
and it's the way they view the world. You're getting into their heads of how those people would have viewed the world.
What do you mean
those
people?
Those people in the past.
What do you mean those people? Swedes?
Our ancestors.
Yeah.
All of our,
not mine.
People in the past.
Not my ancestors. Yeah, maybe yours.
True.
All right. Let's get into this. We have 15 minutes before the show's over.
So I'm going to take you on a little tour of a virtual world, maybe one of the oldest virtual worlds here, called Second Life.
Okay.
You may have heard of it.
Yep.
Came out in 2003. I would say it peaked in about 2007. It got on the cover of, I believe, Business magazine, famously, from a person who was making like millions of dollars a year in it.
What do you mean making millions of dollars a year in it?
So Second Life is like a virtual 3D
It's like Sims or
environment. No, because it's not really a game. It's a 3D virtual environment where you socialize with other people online before.
And you can buy real estate in it?
You can buy real estate and you continue to pay a fee to rent that space, with the goal usually being to make a profit off of other people subletting the real estate. Just like real life, pretty much, except God is or the state is a development company, software development company. Everything in the game is 3D and made by other people. So very few things in the game are made by the developers. Everything is made and sold by other people.
Is it made? You have to know code to make it, or is there a way to make it in the game?
You can make it in the game. There's actually 3D modeling software in the game that will let you make anything, and then you can
this is incredibly boring already. Can I kill somebody?
You can kill people. There's some game elements to it, like you could fight people and shoot people.
But if I kill someone,
it's not a very good game, and only places where that's allowed. Sure, you can do it. It's basically, this is just a 3D chat room where you can own land and buy stuff and customize your avatar.
So do I have an avatar, or did you set me up with something?
I'm in first person.
Am I looking at your POV right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's you.
That's my avatar.
Is that the one that you use all the time?
Yeah, this is an updated version of my original avatar from when I started playing this game when I was 15.
Why is he like a cool, sexy guy in a hoodie?
Because it's the closest I could get to how my guy looked when I was playing this as a teenager, which was like.
So he's a male model.
I mean, you'll see that everyone in this game looks like a male model, which is where we start to get interesting.
Okay.
Basically, this game has been going for a very long time at this point. 2003, we invaded Iraq. For some perspective, so this is a very old virtual world that became less popular once like Facebook and like Twitter and regular social media as we know it took off, because it was one of the only places where you could like socialize with people online before that in a cool, interesting way. Maybe not cool, but interesting way. It's become less popular since then, but it's hung on. And during COVID, I got a YouTube recommendation for a video about Second Life, and I wondered kind of what happened to the game. And it turned out the game was getting more and more popular during COVID because people weren't able to go out in real life, so they started to explore the virtual space.
Okay.
Now, the metaverse was a big deal like last year at this time and has now been completely forgotten about.
Okay.
But this game, unlike a lot of those projects that were started like a year ago, this game has remained. And
copy. Let's get into it.
So this is where I used to hang out as a kid.
Okay.
And this is what it looks like now.
This is like your neighborhood as a kid. Is that your house?
No, I don't have a house in the game because you have to pay monthly, and
so you're homeless.
I'm not that interested in this game.
You're homeless in the game.
I'm mostly interested in this game.
Can I play?
Yeah, anybody could. It's free.
No, can I play right now?
If you want to try to control it.
Yeah, I would like to make this interesting.
But I'm going to try to give you a tour to keep things flowing here.
I feel like this is okay. Let's try to let's keep this moving.
So let me
no more backstory.
Okay,
let's just start going.
During COVID, I wanted to figure out. I don't listen, man. I can't fucking host the show if you're fighting back at me.
Well, it's I mean, you're just doing this like long, drawn out preamble.
Well, I got a preamble.
It's like, yeah, I mean, but then you're starting to repeat yourself, and it's like, fuck. I mean, let's just play the game for once. I mean, what are we doing?
Well, it's not a game, is the problem.
Okay, well, let's start interacting with other people.
Exactly. Okay, so basically, what I found out about this game when I was looking into it during COVID was that just about 80% of it.
Keep going.
Just about 80% of the game is essentially a way to have cyber sex.
Okay, now we're talking. You could have just cut and pasted that sentence from that whole paragraph, and that could have been the way to start.
Yeah, but what's interesting is they give this game the veneer of being something like a shared creative social space that has nothing to do with sex.
Okay, let's get into some sex.
When you look deeper into it, you realize that the single most popular place in this whole game And I spent hours looking for places where people were actually like doing things. Most places where you go in this game, people are kind of, they'll set their avatar to dance in like a club or something. And then like nobody's talking, nobody's doing anything. It's very eerie. You're just in a room of people who aren't talking to each other, who are dancing, not moving around, just dancing in place. All right. So the most popular place in the game is called Rape Slut.
Okay, let's go to Rape Slut.
So
now we're talking. It's a place.
What I've found is this is the place where this is the most active place in the game.
Why is this?
And yeah.
Okay, this is okay.
So
what the fuck? Now we're talking.
I couldn't find
Jason.
anywhere in the game where people were actually like moving around and interacting with each other. And I kept looking, and then I was like,
wait, hold on. Okay, just so we're clear, everyone. I'm reading this off of his game.
yeah.
These are the places to go: Rape Garage, The Little Sex House, Come Fuck RLV, Heaven Swinger, Free Sex, Glory Hole,
And you can
Hangout.
see they all have pretty high traffic.
Sex House, Dog Slut Slaughterhouse, The Club, Fix, VIP, Lost Source, Jungle Diary, Muffin Milkers, and Drop Off. Heart of the Ocean, Home for Lost Submissives. Jungle River, Nude Beach and Erotic Jungle, BDSM, Gay Bar Cruising Hangout. Victoria's Bedroom, AFK Sex 18+. Varro Motel Check-In and Honeymoon Suite. That sounds nice. Cleo's Bath Milk Drop Off.
And these are all owned
Tweetland,
by
the
actual
SL
people.
Twitter user Sexland. Varro Motel. See, this is the most scary one is Varro Motel rooms 1 through 4. That's terrifying. The Little Sex House, it sounds sick. The Mansion. Where are we going? We're going to Varro Motel.
No, we'll go to Rape Slut because nobody's at Varro
What is rape?
Motel.
How can a place be called Rape Slut?
They let all this stuff fly. And by the way, everyone,
Location Malaysia Bay.
I've got to say trigger warning on this episode. I know we're like, we
Are
usually...
you going to bleep out every time I say rape?
No, we can't for this one.
Okay.
We're
No
just-
AFK orgy, anal slut, sex club, pute, gangbang, ROV, fuck, skybox, disgrace, cum, shemale,
Okay.
whore, sex glory hole,
Okay.
ass torture,
You're reading the
roleplay,
keywords.
humiliation, mama,
Yeah.
alpay, pre-rapist, sexo, puta, BDSM, miss slave, black cock, skybox, hardcore, bitch sissy, ad board.
Yeah, those are the
This
keywords
is where you, now it all
that
now,
classify this
Of
place.
course, this is where you live.
Well, it's not where I live.
I think it is. I think this is
I
your
decided
home.
to investigate it after
You investigated
after
for 10
playing
years.
it as a teenager.
Yeah,
in a safe-
you've been investigating for 10 years.
Yeah.
I
Say what you
decided
want,
to
man.
investigate it.
All intellectual, all from an academic perspective. Now,
Purely research
and I
based.
kept an open mind the whole time. So at the same time, I'll say keep an open mind and everything. And we also don't mean to kink shame anybody or any of that.
We don't have to. Yeah, no, everyone's fine. Sorry that we're saying
Everyone's
that. Sorry
fine.
that we're saying the word rape, but I'm just reading. I'm in Second Life.
Okay.
There's a place called Rape Slut. I'm sorry that that's what it's named. I didn't fucking name
All
it.
right, let's move. Go ahead and move. Go to Rape
I don't know
Slut.
why.
Let's go to Rape Slut.
We're going to Rape Slut.
Okay, so now we're teleporting to Rape
This
Slut.
might be
Just
the end of our.
teleporting
This is the end of our show. Okay. What the fuck is this?
Now, when you, for the audio listeners, when you
wanna
teleport into
wait,
Rape Slut,
I want to
you're-
go to Cum Cove.
What?
Cum Cove. Wait,
So
we can't.
Two
we
Tone
can't-
is reading off of a bunch of signs. When you arrive at Rape Slut, you're immediately hit with a huge wall of advertising, and
What
we're gonna have
is
to
this?
censor out this entire
But let me ask you a question.
video. Most of the
I like
video
this
for
one. I
episode.
like the blue one that just says sex RP. It just says sex 69, but it's like
Yeah,
like a
that's pretty
German
awesome.
like a German street sign. It just says sex 1,000 meters.
So you're faced when you teleport into Rape Slut, you're just immediately faced with advertising, which
I
is
mean,
how
they're
the people
seeing
who
this.
own this are making money.
Okay, how do they
They're
make
not
money
seeing
off of
this?
this?
Because we have to censor all this because none
We
of
have
this
to
can go on
censor this?
None of this can go on YouTube.
You can't censor a giant.
Look at this
cock.
poster. It's called. There's a woman with her asshole gaping, facing a like
But
covered
you can
in
show
mud.
boobs. Can
Facing
we show
a wall.
boobs on you? You can't show boobs on
No,
YouTube.
we got to censor this one. Sorry,
Can-
folks.
oh my God,
But
look
I'll
at that
describe
giant-
it all to you. So,
Oh, look, there's people.
yeah, let me describe it to the
It's
audio
like a
listeners.
sex mall.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
no, I will describe it to the audience. You're gonna take 4 hours. Listen, it's a fucking digital mall, and there's just porn everywhere, advertising, places to go. There's a pregnant lady. There's pregnant lady porn, and it looks kind of like an Apple store. This is pretty sick. I wish we could show this.
So you're partly right, but you walk in. There's a long boulevard.
There's billboards.
In order to get to the
This is
area
the
where
place
people
called
interact,
Play Pussy.
you essentially
Go
have
in
to walk
there.
by a
Go in
bunch
there.
of
Go to the right. This is amazing.
one?
No. Go in there. Go look like a tattoo parlor. Yeah, go in here.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you're
this-
not buying sex. You're actually buying body parts and ways to have sex. in
Wow.
here. And that's where this is a multi-million-dollar industry in this game.
So you can buy a dick in here and a tongue and like.
Well, let's take a look. Yes, this is the VA XTC cock. It has HUD or menu control,
What?
advanced user-friendly HUD, 6 realistic shapes, so you can be whoever you want that day.
What?
Your partner will be allowed to flip out, do a blow job, have a hand job, ass job, lick.
Wait, I don't even, bro.
So-
This is, I can't even fucking believe this.
Yeah.
This is, and you were doing this in high school? Was
No,
it this?
so high school,
Was
I was
it this
on a
turned up in
separate-
high school? Was it like this in high school?
Regular Second Life was. I wasn't allowed to play that. I was playing on something
can I
called
read
Teen
this?
Second
You-
Life, which is
Sorry
sounds bad.
to keep cutting you off, but this is like I'm
Yeah.
overloading here. HUD or menu control, three original realistic
Two-tone is
states.
looking at the Vol XTC vagina, which
Pubes.
is the
Wait,
one
no.
that goes with the cock.
Masturbates, NP animation, come, anime on off, stop wiggling it, customation sound, clit ring, show, hide, colors, squirt, drip, bleed, cream pie, outer labia show, hide, pee pants, animation particles, sounds on off, customize, auto open, auto close, auto come.
Those are the features of
This
the
is
Vol XTC
very,
vagina.
this is terrible for kids to play because auto cum is not a thing. Unless you're like a premature ejaculating man.
Yeah, I would say that's the problem. with
Auto
it.
cum for women is not.
No, I would say also the fact that the most popular place is called Rape Slut. Probably not good for kids.
A lot of dicks. A lot of. Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Oh,
So these are animations for sex people have created.
so let me ask you this.
And this is just one store.
So do you walk up to someone with your animation and just start fucking? Like, how does this work?
So we can go see some active demonstrations.
Can we
of
buy
that
some
over
stuff?
here.
You need my credit card? I want to buy a dick and some tits. What do I do with it? Is it just floating? Or is it attached
You
to a
would then
person?
attach it to your avatar, customize your
Does
avatar.
your avatar have a
and attach
dick?
it. No. I mean, like, no,
Your
not
avatar is
really.
dickless.
Your avatar is dickless by default.
Your
and then
avatar
you
is
have to
dickless.
buy a dick. Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
dickless. So if can you take his pants down?
Yeah, you could take his pants
And
down,
he's
but it looks
mold,
like
no
a
dick.
G.I. Joe or Barbie.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And you can add any dick you want. Dragon
Any
dick.
dick
Can you
you
get a
want.
dragon dick?
Absolutely. You don't even have to be a human in Second Life also. You could be a dragon with a dick.
Can I just go get a dragon dick?
There's probably a whole industry of dragon dicks.
Is there a room here where we could look at the selection of dragon dicks?
We can keep looking. This place is generally not a furry establishment.
Bento Physics Kama Sutra.
Yeah, this is a Kama Sutra
Is that
like
the
animation
P strip?
set.
Oh, this
There's a
person's getting
fisting.
fisted.
Yeah, there's a fisting animation there that you can buy.
So all of this is user-generated content. They make it like, why does it all look so good? Because they're all making it in 3D CAD programs.
Yes, yeah, you can use other programs and then import it.
Like, but all the quality of this is really good. Like, is there any shittily made dicks?
There are plenty, but those are like free. The stuff that you want to buy is like premium.
Should we buy some stuff? Does your guy need a dick? I'll pay for it.
There's no reason we need to buy. We can get a free dick. We don't need the dick, you know?
What? Don't you want to fuck someone with your digital dick?
Not really.
Is that a person?
Yeah, so here's a person.
She's naked.
This is Larissa.
Hi, Larissa.
Another person is running by.
Wait, do you know this person?
So now we're approaching the actual. No, I don't know any of these people.
Let me go to Larissa. Go to Larissa.
Yeah, so let's check out
that.
what Larissa's
100% does not look like a. That looks like a. That's just us. It's obviously not a woman behind that.
So sunglasses,
avatar.
leather,
Yeah.
like
But it looks like
blonde,
a
short.
trans person. But I don't think this person meant to be trans.
interesting.
You know what I mean? I think because it's like a perfect avatar and everything is like perfectly coiffed and shit.
Yeah, but people are very perfect in Second Life. That's what you're gonna see.
So can you
Most
engage
of the
with
men,
her?
like a regular sized man, is like 6 foot in Second Life.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I could engage with her, but she might be like away from the keyboard right now. We don't know, but let's keep touring around.
So you could just talk to her and say, "Do you want to have weird digital sex or no?"
Yeah, you could start talking to her, and then
Have you had
the
sex
right
on
thing-
here?
I've used the animations, which we can just do anywhere.
Okay,
so
let's do
so
some
basically, we're getting to the real part of Rape Slut here, which is where people are looking to have sex with each other.
Okay.
And the weird thing about Rape Slut and it being the most popular place in the game is that it basically looks like a very dirty, sketchy part of a city or like a back street. So the most popular sex place that people choose to hang out is not a beach or a club. It's like a sketchy sex motel type vibe, which I find very interesting. This is where people congregate, and scattered everywhere around here are different sex things. So like there's a pole you can tie yourself to. There's one of these BDSM X cross things.
But
and
like,
then-
Jason,
yeah. What do you got?
how do we get into having some sex?
So if you want to have sex, you would touch the cross here,
Okay.
and then you can pick to be dominant or submissive. What do you want to be?
I don't want to be.
So when you click on the object, it gives you a menu pops up.
I don't want to
for the-
do BDSM. I want to have normal vanilla sex.
Okay, well, we can find that.
Let's do some cool. Let's do the nice, cool doggy style, one leg up, and with some titty holding.
We might not be able to find a partner, but
a little
now
bit
we're
of fish hooking.
so the main
some
area of Rape Slut is a
slapping.
hallway.
Why
with
does no one here want to
trash all
fuck
over
us?
the floor?
Why is there trash? Why is there trash in here?
It boggles the mind, man. There's
Why would
ads
they
everywhere.
Why would they choose to put trash in a video game?
Well, that's it exactly. Why is this
that
place
cum
so
on the floor?
sketchy looking? Probably. Where? What do you got?
It's supposed to be sketchy looking.
Yeah, that's what I don't
There's
understand.
panties
is,
on the floor. Can you pick up the panties?
No.
So
It's
that's
just
not.
decoration.
That's actual trash that's coded into the game by the coders.
Yes, that's decoration.
I like
So
that, dude. Look at that. Look at that neon dick that's squirting out the word.
Isn't that great?
What is
Cock.
it?
There's a neon
Backwards.
dick that's squirting out cock. The
And
letters
cum.
cock backwards.
Can you buy this paddle? Femdom gay. Oh, that's that's just a photograph of someone getting fucked.
This is the femdom gay room. So if you want to femdom sex
Oh, look
or
at the
gay
anime.
sex,
Yeah, let's do some.
that's what this room is for.
Look at this. Let's do
There's
this.
erotic art and
Go to the
like
anime.
porn
Go to the-
all over the walls of the rooms.
Jesus Christ, this is.
You want the anime?
So like 12-year-old boys are in this.
You could. I mean, if your parents aren't supervising you, yeah.
So
if
what
you're
we-
under 18, you're not allowed to go to these places. In
What we
theory.
have here is a person fucking another person up the ass, kissing a person, and that person sucking the other person's dick, and the person getting fucked up the ass has a dick.
And they're all anime, and this is
They're
a-
anime, and the
adorning
person
one of the walls of
fucking
the
the other
gay
person's
sex room.
giant tits.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So-
vampires have your teeth in inventory here. We don't bite. Here we don't bite will be banned. I don't know what that means.
No vampires are allowed.
Whoa,
here,
look
I
at all
don't
these.
think.
Whoa, look
Yeah.
at her.
So here's an example of a female avatar.
She's built like a fucking stallion.
Yeah.
So she made her butt that big?
Yeah, this is all 100% custom.
But
She bought these pieces
what does it
for
say?
herself.
Hold my neck to choke me. Okay, choke her. She's
Yeah,
been
so
choked.
we can choke her now.
What
By
about
clicking
just-
on her neck, I
I
believe.
just want to be nice to her. And can we just talk to her and can we kiss her? Kiss her ears? What's happening?
So she moans if you click on her neck, basically, and it sends a broadcast
Is
to
there
other
a-
people saying she's being choked by me.
Is there a person behind this?
Yeah, but they might be away from the keyboard.
But you don't actually see them get choked.
This is what's so weird is, yeah, you don't. You're just clicking on them and they moan and her neck moves back a little bit.
Can she take her top off?
You could ask her to, but
Is it
somehow this.
possible in the game?
Yeah. Of course, it's
So
like,
you can
why
walk
wouldn't
around with
that
your dick
exist? Yeah, I mean, we should be able to find some. I'm surprised nobody has their dick
Look
out
at all
here.
those people. Let's go check out their dicks.
Yeah.
Be like, cool dick.
What's weird is people-
Where'd you buy your dick?
Someone like her somehow gets pleasure out of like just standing there and leaving their
Oh,
character
there's some
to be
dude's
choked.
fucking something over there. Look.
Yeah, so we can watch. These people are having public sex
Oh,
here.
sick. So they're boning.
Yeah, this is sort of a phone booth type thing.
Okay, so is that two different avatars and they just chose to have sex?
Yes. So the same way that if you click on an object where you can have sex, like a bed or a
there's
pole
cum.
or something.
There's cum dripping out of the walls.
Is there cum dripping out of the
Yeah,
wall?
look at that. There's cum dripping out of all the holes in the walls.
This guy has got her in a.
She's stuffed in a hole in the wall.
she's stuffed in a
It's like
hole.
that weird European shit where they fuck just the bottom half of the body. Go around the other side,
Basically.
see her face.
There
Okay,
she
now
is.
fuck her mouth, Jason.
Let me see what I can do.
What? Can you do it?
I can try. Let's see. So
No way.
how do we use this thing? That exists for sure. I mean,
He's just going to town. He's got a really even,
I think
steady
it's
stroke.
only a 2-person one. But yeah, I mean, you could a lot of the time just.
So, dude, this is right here. That's
without
enough. I mean, if
consent.
you're a young enough kid, you could probably jerk off to this.
Sure, yeah.
And the girls have huge butts, which I really think is cool.
Well, yeah, everything is idealized, like whatever everybody thinks is
But it's
ideal.
interesting because, like, butts are in vogue so much now that all the CGI has huge butts.
Yeah, so I've talked
this
to a
guy,
lot of.
this guy has no dick.
Yeah, he doesn't have a dick,
He's
which
dickless.
is weird.
And he has pubes, but no dick. Or
Well,
maybe he's
not weird.
Oh wait,
Oh.
now he has a dick.
The weird thing about Second
Whoa.
Life is, things take a while to load. So you'll see a guy with no dick,
go
and then
check it out.
suddenly it'll appear. Okay, so he's gonna have sex with her. So the guy we were just looking
what?
at, who
Oh, they're on a bed.
whose dick took a second to appear because things take time to load in.
Yeah.
Is now trying to have sex with this
Oh,
girl
look
on
how
the
they
bed.
entered. Oh, they're doing side fucking.
So the way people start talking to each other is they start private messaging each other
Yeah.
here, and then he'll probably
This is fucking crazy.
like that's why we didn't hear them talking to each other or anything because they're private messaging each other. So now he's eating her out, and she's sort of upside down on the bed, and these two people having public sex. But what I find interesting is the fact that this is just such a disgusting environment, and that it clearly appeals to both genders, and that this is the single most popular place in the game, and it's something that's so politically incorrect and taboo to most people. Even the name itself is obviously extremely taboo and explicit. Rape slut is crazy. And that's it. It's pretty much just animation, and then I believe the sex is like cyber sex, so they're kind of just like sexting each other privately. But the jury's out on how most people do any of this stuff.
I'm boggled. Never gonna have kids.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because they're gonna be doing this as soon as they have a fucking laptop.
But basically, this is what sustained the game, you know, or not a game, but Second Life has been sustained by sex stuff for the most part. It gives the veneer of being something clean and creative and like where you can meet new people, which is all true. But a lot of it is just a way to have freaky sex. Now, I have to say the craziest thing I've seen at this place before, and I didn't talk to this person, but I saw a person that was, their avatar was named The Thing, and it was a female torso that had the arms amputated and the legs amputated, and I think there was a mask over the head, and it was called The Thing, and it was like a person who was into BDSM who in real life was probably like a quadruple amputee as well.
You think?
From my understanding is a lot of people who are very disabled use this game as an outlet for obvious reasons.
But if you were a quadruple amputee, wouldn't you just be the most like gorgeously curvy, limber person ever instead of being an avatar that represents your actual plight?
Well, I've talked to people about this, and some people believe that your avatar should have a connection to how you actually look, because otherwise it's a sort of inauthentic connection, sexual connection.
Right, but wouldn't you want to be a better version of yourself than if you're a triple amputee? Then why would you be an amputee? And it doesn't make
that's
any
what
sense.
you think, but
like your avatar is this incredibly sexy male model, and I'm not saying you're not a good-looking guy, but Jesus Christ,
yeah, it looks more. My avatar, for reference, looks like a K-pop star or something.
Yeah.
It looks like
and he's like wearing he looks very dirty and current, very contemporary, dirty hoodie.
Yeah.
Big fucking,
black
what does it say?
jeans.
Rape slut is not an AFK. What's an AFK?
AFK is when you're away from keyboard, and people, for some reason, like to just lie down on a sex bed and then leave their avatar there for
it is
people.
forbidden to be AFK on pole dance.
Yeah, so you can't just
Why
leave
is
your
this lady
avatar there to
dancing?
be fucked, which some people
She's
seem
hot.
to enjoy.
Why is this lady? We can show her. She's not right. That's on. She's
Yeah, I can unblur this part.
Look at this one. She's a hottie. Wow.
Yeah,
look at
so
that.
this is Chrissy Drake.
What's she up to?
So we can get her profile here.
Let's see if she's down to. Is it a photo of her?
That's probably an in-game photo of her.
What does that mean?
Like it's a photo of her avatar.
Oh.
It's taking a while to load, but people take portraits with their friends in the game. So this is probably her significant other.
They look like insane Eurotrash. Everyone's just crazy digital Eurotrash in this game.
And the interesting thing is a lot of people's fashions are stuck in like 2010s, like
Yes, because these people
rocker
haven't had
type.
sex yet. They're incels and they're fucking 12 or they're
No. What's crazy
or
is
they're 60.
Yeah, from
or
my
they live
talking
in
to
Minnesota
people.
or in fucking Bulgaria. And this is terrifying and awesome at the same time. And I didn't know there's a whole world of this weird, but it's like this weird smut where it's like, how do you get off? Like it's such an edging. Like I mean, I guess it's like you're getting. Look how jiggly she is. She's hot.
There's physics on a
I'm
lot
mesmerized.
of boobs. The boobs and butts map.
Yeah, the boobs and butts are great. Look at that. She's
I don't know if,
really getting into
oh,
it.
yeah, her boobs move separate.
What's she have in her hand? A key?
What does she have in her hand? Some kind of handcuff device? What is that? Yeah, handcuffs or something. Yeah, I think she's holding like handcuffs. But yeah, I mean, I think what people do is essentially like sext. You know, sexting is very popular. At one time, this type of thing was like, it's still very taboo, obviously, but like nowadays, since sexting and something like that is mainstream, I think it's easier to imagine like why people enjoy virtual sex this way. Not saying it's not very wild, but we can go somewhere even more extreme than this, which is called the barn. The barn is one of the other most popular places in the game, but not as active.
This is terrifying.
This place is truly terrifying. Exactly. That's why we're doing it on Halloween, folks.
Yeah.
Now, the barn is a place that resembles a farm. I think it's supposed to be like a farm somewhere in Louisiana or something in the South. But instead of animals, there's people. I think they're mostly female. In fact, I think, interestingly, gay or queer forms of sex are banned from this place. But yeah, instead of livestock, there's people. And what we're looking at is a bunch of naked women on their fours in a pig pen with it looks like one guy has come in and is fucking them. So essentially what we're looking at is a bunch of naked females on their fours in a pig pen on a farm somewhere in Louisiana, and they're there so that you can just approach them and start having sex with their away from keyboard avatars. So they're not even necessarily there to enjoy it. They just enjoy the idea of leaving their character to be used by anybody, which is very kinky.
Jason, I gotta tell you. You're taking me down a very dark. Oh, where are we now?
This is the bar, and I was just telling them it's sort of a Louisiana style.
Don't say it again.
Farmhouse. Yeah, I already told them, but you can see what it is. Sort of a human livestock situation.
Can we show this? I mean, he's wearing a suit.
I don't think we can show any
You
of
can show
this.
that?
No, I don't want to get our channel
You
completely
can show the
screwed.
pigs, right?
Yeah, it looks like you can also do bestiality
Can
here.
you fuck the pigs?
Yeah, I think there's bestiality in Second Life.
Wow. So look, this woman's just wiggling her ass. So is this guy.
Those are both women.
Oh.
Actually, I think gay sex is banned from here, is what I was telling the folks back.
Gay
folks
sex
at home.
is banned?
Yeah, this place it seems to not allow gay sex, which, might be a homophobic move on their part. I don't know. I mean, at this point, if you have bestiality and stuff, it's like, I don't even know where actual taboos and political incorrectness has a place.
Yeah.
Like, we're way past the whatever you call it, the veil,
No.
beyond the
Say that
pale
again,
here,
brother.
beyond the pale.
There's a horse.
Yeah, there's a
this
horse
is
you can have
getting
sex with.
barbarian. Look at it. This looks like barbarian. Look at the video camera on the.
Well, it all kind of looks like barbarian, isn't that? That's what's so weird. All the places look like really like sketchy, ultimately,
No.
and that seems to be what people like.
And why is sketchy equate? Why does that equate hot?
I don't know. It's like people are just want to experience the most taboo things possible that you could never do in real life.
Do you role play with your girlfriend?
What, like sex role play?
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
Huh? No.
No. Do you?
What other kind of role play is there?
In what? Like
Well, you said what, sex role play? I mean, is there another role play like?
well, there's like role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. There's role playing like practicing for a job or something. Role playing your couples therapy or something. Isn't that a thing? Couples therapy. Therapists do role playing. So there's a lot of forms of role playing too, Tom.
Sorry, I had to eat, guys. My day piled up on me. I'm starving.
No worries. Can you just move the mic closer to you?
No.
But yeah, like sex role play is actually how most of the sex in this game is described. It's described as like, do you want to role play? RP is the word that you keep seeing come up. And everybody wants to RP in Second Life with each other. And people get very complicated with it. They have Second Life boyfriends and girlfriends. They have pregnancies. They like role play a pregnancy where they raise the baby together.
And they do a full term of 9 months or like.
Well, they speed it up.
They
but there's like pregnancy programming that people have put into the game.
And then they have pregnant fucking.
Yep, there's pregnant fucking. And then, of course, there's even like neglect.
There's just a woman out here in the field.
There's women whose fetish, I think, is...
Let's check her out. Let's see if she has a big old butt. Yeah, big old... She got a big old butt. She's out here dragging a wagon.
And from people I've talked to, the body type has changed among women. It did used to reflect like what was popular back in like 2007, and now everyone has huge asses and huge tits.
There was a time when the whole trend was no ass and huge tits.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Thank God that changed.
Blonde bombshell type stuff.
That was not my favorite era.
And now here we are, and the virtual reality reflects it, but everything is just much more
I think the big
disgusting.
butt era might be coming to an end because Kim's decided to be white.
Yeah, you think?
She's taking out all her stuff. Now she's becoming like a...
Well, she did just dress her kids as rappers for Halloween, so...
Yeah.
Not fully.
All right. Well, this has been amazing.
This it would be a sin not to see this.
I appreciate you setting this up. It's totally fucked.
Here we go. Okay.
What is happening?
So where we are now is a strip club. Now, if you can't talk your way into sex in the game, it seems that you can buy your way into sex and various sexual
Does
activities.
this person have no arms? Oh, no, she has arms. She's
These are
tied
women
up.
that make potentially, from what I understand of what they've told me, hundreds of dollars a night. Virtual stripping, where they'll either
Who
talk.
told you? You talked to them offline?
Yeah, I've talked to them. Like I have like interviewed. I know it sounds like I'm making this up to like defend myself, but I have like
This
literally
guy's sick.
interviewed
Look at his
people
outfits.
in this game about what is going on. Because okay, so we can hear a woman moaning right now because you can pay the establishment here a certain amount of money. There's a menu up on the wall there to set off a vibrator in real life that this woman is wearing.
No.
via
That's a real
Bluetooth
person
device.
moaning?
Yeah, so she could be pretending, but she's
sounds-
moaning over voice because someone is giving her money and activating her vibrator in real life. So this strip club is hooked up through some very complicated programming to people's actual vibrators in real life.
Holy
and when you
shit.
put money into a little box in the strip club,
Yeah.
it goes all the way to wherever she is in the real world. And
Amazing.
in theory, her vibrator works. Now, if you're a really good actress, you don't have to have the vibrator on. You can just, and they're they're always like very overexpressive with their
Would
moaning,
you-
just like a porn star would be.
Would you do a show where you put a butt plug in and I have control of it?
A TV,
A vibrating butt plug?
That's pretty crazy. I don't know about a butt plug, man, but it would be funny. I like the concept.
You don't know about a butt plug, but it would be funny.
I mean, I think I would have to be paid. That would have to be like, for how much money would you do
What
it
would
type
it take?
thing.
You gotta stick something in your butt.
Well, not
and I have
that
the
much,
keys.
but, that might be like $1,000.
Not bad. Maybe worth it.
Yeah.
It would be weird for you.
Yeah, I don't like things
Fun
up my
for me.
butt, you know? I'm not,
You're not a
no
butt guy.
disrespect to anybody does, but
Jason is, just for the record, isn't into butt stuff, everybody.
yeah.
Well, I've been trying to get out of this show for the past 2 minutes.
No, but I think the strip club is the be all.
Is that
end all.
Mario?
Yeah, there's a guy who's Mario is avatar
Mario.
watching the strippers here. We got Melissa, we got Lyric. They all have real
Wow,
strip club
look at these
names.
witchy strippers. It's Halloween theme.
Yeah,
So this woman
Halloweened up.
moaning is not a bot. It's an actual person. Can we see her?
Yep,
Look at
she's
this
right here.
guy. I like there's just dudes in flannels.
This animation, there's a green animation above people's heads who are talking, so that's her there making the moaning noises.
I mean, this sounds so fake.
Yeah, but if you're,
I mean, someone's paying to vibrate her thing that's in her and making her moan.
from what I've seen, they're potentially making hundreds of dollars just from sitting at their computer and making noises. It's like phone sex hotline, just a different.
It's such a nerdy version of like a cam girl.
It's wild.
I've never partaken in cam girls. I've never done that, but
Same.
I know that people like they FaceTime with them and they do all that shit, right?
And the question is like, why wouldn't you do that instead of this?
Exactly.
And that's what fascinates me so much about Second Life.
I mean, I guess it's cheaper and it's a little more innocuous and not as dirty.
But it's more taboo. I mean, it's the concept of a cam girl. Everyone's familiar with it. This is like next level weird. I mean, it's like cyberpunk. That's why I think it's like we're in the future for sure. This is like cyberpunk dystopia, which I think is what I'm going to call the episode. I think I'm going to call it the cyberpunk dystopia of Second Life.
Well, happy Halloween, fuckers. Hope you have a good one. Don't eat too much candy. Make sure you scare your loved ones. Get real spooky. Don't hurt anybody.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
And always, like I always say, be good to yourselves
Yeah, be good to yourselves and others.
and others.
Don't forget others. And if you want to check out Second Life, you can do your own deep dive. But now you know. And if you know, you know.